Hello and good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Welcome
Good morning.
to this month's Brews and Benefits. Today we are going to discuss ancillary benefits, but before we dive into that, the question of the day is, if you could have a cup of coffee anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Well, I love to drink coffee in the mountains anywhere, so anyway, where would I pick? Place. Okay.
Well, that's gonna be mine too. I want to be on the balcony, with some crisp mountain air, probably with a book, and a nice hot cup of coffee.
Nice.
What about you?
Probably in a Parisian cafe, just somewhere in Paris, and watching people walking by seems very chic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice little vibe.
People watching him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it works.
Seeing what's going on for the day. Okay, so let's grab your mug if you haven't already and dive into what are ancillary benefits.
So ancillary benefits are benefits that are going to support your core health plan, so your health insurance plan, by filling in those gaps. Some examples would be like accident, cancer, critical illness, disability, or hospital indemnity. You can kind of think of your health insurance as like the main course, and then the ancillary benefits would be the sides that just bring it all together. Make it nice and satisfying.
And fill it in.
Yeah.
Cover the gap.
Yeah. Now that you guys kind of know what are ancillary benefits, let's talk about the types that we offer.
Yeah, so dental and vision are going to be the benefits that most people think of when they're going to buy a health plan or enroll in a health plan and pairing it with those. Today we're going to focus on the other benefits that are often overlooked.
Okay. So, listing the ancillary benefits, there are accident policies. In my experience, that's the one that we've helped most with, getting those filing claims for clients so that they can get the benefits that have helped them tremendously. Cancer, critical illness, heart attack, stroke, and other critical illnesses. Hospital indemnity, so disability coverage if you can't work, that protects your income, gives you income so you can continue to pay bills, and all of those ancillary benefits that I listed allows you to be able to continue to pay, number one, as Britton said, to fill in your major medical plan. The deductibles helps cover the deductibles, maximum out of pockets. Also, prescriptions that may be related to the illness or the accident, as well as durable medical equipment. You may have to get, who knows, a wheelchair or maybe a ramp for your home. There are so many different things that this can help with. Cancer, travel, room and travel if you have to go somewhere to be treated. Even if you don't, the travel alone, and kind of accommodating other things that are going on with the treatment where you have additional expenses that are not your normal everyday expenses. These benefits help cover those things for you. So they're extremely important and very, very beneficial.
So I think a lot of these, in the name itself, kind of describes why someone would want that. Some people might think, well, what's the difference with a hospital indemnity? Like, why do I want that over an accident or critical illness? I mean, why do they separate them?
Right. So you may go into the hospital because you broke a leg. It's more of an accident. So now you have the accident benefit with the hospital indemnity. The accident can be a certain amount of benefit that you get just because you had to go to the ER or urgent care. And then if you're admitted to the hospital, then it's usually a larger benefit amount. But now you have a hospital stay, and now you, under the hospital indemnity plan, you can get a benefit for overnight stays in the hospital, as well as surgery, additional benefits for the surgery, for even outpatient surgery, depending on how you structure the policy. So what we do is talk to you about your needs and then give you the most benefits for the cost. And typically the cost is very reasonable. So there is a really nice low cost for nice benefits that you can get if you ever need it.
And those costs are paid to you directly, not
The benefits,
Right.
right. Once you trigger benefits, then most of these plans, the benefits are paid directly to you. So your major medical pays the hospital, your doctor's office, outpatient surgery. And then these benefits are typically paid directly to you to use for if you cannot work. Then you have that additional amount to pay bills, to pay the mortgage, the rent, that your auto loan. And there's different insurance companies that offer these benefits. And again, we talk to you to see what is the best fit for you. There is plans where they pay directly to the provider, directly to the hospital. And if there's amounts in excess of what that hospital stay bill is, then that additional benefit goes to you. So, but for the most part, it is what they call reimbursement. So we help you file the claim. We don't leave you doing that on your own. So once if you purchase these coverages and you need them, then we help you fill out the claim, tell you what needs to be done, and then we submit the claim to the insurance company for your benefits to be paid, usually directly to you.
I know not a lot, but some of our clients have tried to wait until those claims come back before they'll pay their hospital bill. We don't advise that.
No, you can't do that.
So you'll definitely want to go ahead, pay your portion of your hospital bill, whatever that is, and then once that claim has been filed and the benefit pays out, you can choose to keep it, or it's really your money. You put it in the bank and use it how you want it.
And there are instances where you do get that money and that does work out, but you do not want to rely on that. You really need to have some other funds in place to cover it, and then you can replace those funds if these benefits are available. So yeah.
And I know for accident, for example, they're definitely customizable. Like Lisa said, we have different carriers that we can look at, different benefit plans, and even within a carrier themselves, they have different benefit levels. So if you have a really good health plan that really doesn't have that large of a deductible or maximum out of pocket, you may not want the highest benefit plan that carrier has to offer. And so we really do customize it to what your needs are. We do the needs analysis on really everything that we touch, because everyone's needs are different. So yeah, but now that you're more familiar with what these benefits are, you might be thinking, all right, but do I really need any of these benefits?
So I feel like, recently I've helped someone who they are older, but that also means that they're not working, and the husband got diagnosed with cancer, and they really were like, what am I going to do? Had just in awe. They really had no idea what was going to happen. And we talked to them. Luckily, they had a cancer plan in place, and I believe they got about $20,000 to help go towards everything that they needed it to go towards. And when that came through, one of them just called us and was just so I don't even know how to describe it. It made me emotional just by listening to how thankful she was to be able to get that.
Yeah. And it's nothing we did other than offer it.
Have the conversation.
Yes.
We had the conversation. The cost was within their budget. It's very budget friendly. And then you just don't know. And in this case, it helped these individuals out a lot.
Yeah, having that in place.
Yeah.
Beforehand, not even knowing that anything would ever happen.
Yeah.
But then when it did,
Yeah.
Well, and that, to your point, we've you know, there's been individuals that are younger that actually, same thing, and did go ahead and purchase, in this case, a cancer policy, needed it, and it's just, at the time, it's invaluable because you have prescriptions, you have so many just additional costs related to that diagnosis that these benefits help cover. And again, including if you can't work and you're not bringing in income. So that's what we talk to you about, kind of what your needs are when we talk to you about these coverages. So,
Yeah.
but then it's not always, you know, an illness or cancer.
Yeah, sometimes you just have two little boys and you do plan for accidents to happen. I think I took it out when they were like, so I got an accident policy on our family, but mostly for the two boys when they were 1 and 3. And so a year later, actually this last month, the 4-year-old and I, he wanted to race, which I'm super competitive. And so
is he.
Yes. So we're racing down the hallway. It's a Friday night. We had just come from the park. Like, everyone's exhausted. One last race. And he trips and falls into the door frame. And boom, splits his forehead open. Claims I pushed him. I do not.
I love that. Fitting that in. Didn't happen.
For the record, if you talk to him, I did not push him. But I was looking at him, and of course it's bleeding. I'm a little freaked out. Like, we've never had a big accident like that. Hadn't had. And so my husband comes in, he's like, oh, he needs stitches. I'm like, no, we can fix it with a butterfly Band-Aid. He'll be fine. He's like, nope, he needs stitches. So take him to urgent care, and they were like, no, we don't really have anything like to numb it. It's all, and all we have are staples. So you really need to take him to the emergency room. They'll be able to really facilitate him. And so at the time, you're not thinking of how much is this going to cost me. You're just wanting the best care for them. So we go to the emergency room in Edmond. They were great. We were in there, and we're checked into the room. The guy registering us comes in, and he's like, all right, well, this is going to be 20%. You don't have a copay for emergency room, so this is 20% co-insurance. And in my mind, I'm like, oh my gosh, how much is that? But then it clicked, oh, I get to file a claim on our accident policy. And so fast forward a couple weeks, the bill did come in, our 20%, because we have a very high deductible. We're pretty
And
high.
most people do,
Yeah.
honestly.
So we picked the cheapest plan that was available to us with a high deductible, and just took out that accident policy for anything like this that might happen. And the 20% was about $870, and thankfully the ER visit, based on the plan that I have, should pay out $1,500. So it covers that ER visit and maybe a couple extra lollipops or something nice.
The additional extras that come with those,
Yeah.
with those events.
So
So I'm glad you mentioned that, because where these ancillary products or plans do come in, it allows you some, you know, in some cases, if it's, you know, your needs, to go with a lower premium plan and add these different plans to it. And that's actually still going to be lower premiums out of, you know, cost of your insurance than getting a medical plan with lower deductibles and lower max out of pocket. You actually are paying more for that plan and getting more coverage and paying less in a higher deductible with the additional coverages. So it's a real nice way to
combination.
and to have those additional benefits and lower your premium. So
You know, I was also thinking too, with a lot of the accident plans, depending on which carrier you go with or whatever, there's also that wellness benefit where just if, say you don't file a claim on it in a year or whatever, if you went to your wellness visit with your primary care physician, a lot of times if you submit that, you'll get money back for that visit.
Right.
So even if you have a $0 copay or whatever, so you can use it.
Yeah,
Even if you're not
why not?
using it for a big accident,
Right.
use it for that.
And on the cancer
That's a good
plans,
point.
they, have little benefits for getting your cancer screening, or
Mhm.
they do try to mitigate they just
Preventative.
Yeah,
It's more
preventative. They just want you
preventative.
to be healthy, and
Mhm.
nobody wants you to ever have to use a cancer plan. Accidents, they happen. Definitely think if you have young children or kids in sports, middle school, high school. I mean,
That's a big one. So yeah, kids, just kids, even when they're younger, but then when they are school age, high school, and they're playing sports or just walking downstairs, because that's happened too. And it doesn't matter if it's from walking downstairs or, colliding in a football game. So they're really good for kids and adults.
and you don't have to, we always recommend having a major medical plan with pairing it with these plans, but you don't have to have a major medical plan to sign up for one of these ancillary benefits.
You don't, but obviously we always
Yeah.
want you to have a major
You
medical.
should.
Yeah, always cover all the bases.
But you may have your coverage through your husband's or your wife's, your spouse's employer, but we can help you with the ancillary, the additional benefits to help cover those gaps in the things we've already talked about. Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like just, to kind of sum it all up, if you're relying on your major medical, then you're really missing some key protections that could save you stress and money in the future. And ancillary benefits might sound extra, but hopefully after listening to this session of Brews and Benefits, you can tell that they are essential.
They are, yeah. So feel free to send us a message, give us a call. You can even book through our website, www.midstates.com. Go to the teams section, and we all have our booking link, so you can. It's really easy to
Get a hold of
do a
us.
little review. Yeah.
Yeah, and to pick up one of these plans.
Yes. All right. Well, happy March, everybody. We're going into spring and crazy weather, so stay safe out there.
And have a great weekend.
Yeah. We'll see you next month.
Bye.
Bye, guys.